This is Dario Koshy from the Chempaka International, here to ready to report with the global news for this week. Starting off on 23rd of August, Sri Lanka began a 10-day lockdown after COVID-19 cases surged to record levels, leaving hospitals overflowing with patients. Many restrictions are already in place, with schools, gyms, and swimming pools closed and weddings and musical shows banned. Authorities have also imposed a night curfew from Monday, restricting movement from 10 p.m. until 4 p.m. Every day. The Indian Ocean nation recorded its highest single-day death toll of 187 and 3,793 cases on Wednesday. Around a quarter of Sri Lanka's population has been fully vaccinated, and a majority of them were China's Sinopharm vaccine. The same day, an earthquake of magnitude 5.3 was recorded in the South Sandwich Islands. The earthquake had an epicenter of 10 kilometers deep underground. The reports have claimed that the earthquake was more likely an aftershock of the 8.1 earthquake in the South Georgian region, which had occurred approximately 10 days prior to the event. Next, Pakistan has successfully test launched its guided multi-launch rocket system Fatah-1 on 24th of August. This was the second recorded launch of Fatah-1 since January. The weapon system is rapidly deployable and is designed specifically to destroy high-priority targets deep in enemy territory up to 140 kilometers away with high precision. According to the ISPR, the missile, having a range of 900 kilometers, was tested to revalidate various design and technical parameters of the weapon system, including an advanced navigation system, the military's media wing said. On the other hand, an Ukrainian plane that was sent to Afghanistan to evacuate Ukrainians was reportedly hijacked and taken into Iran. The plane was hijacked with an unidentified group of passengers instead of airlifting Ukrainians. The country's next three evacuation attempts had also failed as Ukrainians couldn't get to the airport, triggering the sudden airport lockdown. The hijackers were armed. However, the deputy minister did not report anything about what happened to the plane or whether the country could seek to get the plane back or know how to get the Ukrainian citizens back from Kabul on board this stolen plane. Japan suspended the use of 1.63 million doses of Moderna Inc.'s COVID-19 vaccine on Thursday, more than a week after the domestic distributor received reports of contaminants in some vials. The company is investigating the reports and remains committed to working expeditiously with its partner Takeda and regulators to address this. It added, referring to Japan's Takeda Pharmaceutical, which distributes the vaccine in the country. The health ministry said that contamination was reported from multiple vaccination sites. Some doses might have been administered, but no adverse health effects have been reported so far, officials said. The Moderna vaccine problem came just as Japan struggles with surging infections, with daily new cases hitting new high in many parts of the country and severely straining the healthcare system. Moderna has raised the issue to the production line in Spain, where one of its manufacturing partners produces the vaccines. In a regulatory filing Thursday, the biotech Spanish production partner Rovi Laboratories said the contamination was limited to one of the products lot bound for Japan. The company added it's investigating the issue and is in communication with health authorities in Japan. A terrifying incident happened in London on 27th of August. A huge fire broke out at an industrial park in the central England town of Leamington Spa on Friday, sending up dramatic plumes of dark smoke that could have been seen for miles. Fire broke out not from far away from the center of Leamington, an 18th century spa town about 100 miles northwest of London, famed for its elegant Regency architecture. The emergency services evacuated nearby properties and told people living in the surrounding areas to close their windows and doors. Local lawmaker Matt Western said the fire might involve chemicals from a plastic business. Police say the person missing from a massive fire broke out at a factory in Leamington Spa is a worker at the site. Emergency services are frantically searching for the worker after a fire broke out in Leamington Spa that was so vast it could be seen from space. An explosion that locals said sounded like bombs going off was heard as the inferno erupted at Leeson Polyurethanes Ltd. earlier this morning. The toxic smoke is said to have been made people sick in the streets. In Bangladesh, a passenger boat carrying more than 100 people sank after the collision in a large pond in Bangladesh. An official said that 21 people were dead and about 50 were missing. The sinking occurred in the Bijayanagar area in the Brahmanbaria district in the evening, local police official Imran al Islam said by phone. Subsequently, the passenger boat lost control, colliding with two cargo vessels coming from the opposite directions. Local media reported, citing survivors and eyewitnesses. Locals and fire services and divers have started conducting rescue operations. District administration and police officials are also present on site. Rescuers recovered at least 21 bodies by late Friday, while survivors said about 100 people were on board, he said. The incident happened on a transboundary Titus River in the Brahmanbaria district. The passenger-packed vehicle had reached the marsh that connected the waterway when it hit another boat at an entry point. And that's the end for this week's World News. This is Dario Koshy signing off, and we shall see you again next week.